Ollie Connolly, who's been reporting on the Belichick situation, he now writes for The Guardian. He previously was an NFL and college football scout and recruiting analyst. He also has a Substack these days, but he's been on top of this situation with Bill Belichick and UNC. He said Belichick has agreed to become the next UNC coach, as you heard McCone say. He handed the school a 400-page organizational Bible with structure, payment plans, staffing choices, etc., and decisions on whether to commit with UNC. He's expected to know their decision within 24 hours. Belichick has a college and pro version of this updated manual and has shared it with other schools and NFL teams. But he drafted a new one specific to UNC that touched on every aspect of the program and school. We'll need sign-off from the athletic director, chancellor, trustees, and boosters. There has already been pushback from the group of 13 trustees with input from wider faculty. This is where it's different from the NFL, guys, right here. The investment would overhaul the school's approach to football. Belichick unsure if the school will meet the demands and is unwilling to negotiate. So he has given them the non-negotiables of him going to UNC, which is, I need A, B, C, D, E, F, and X, Y, and Z. I need all of this for me to come there. These are the commitments on what my coaches are getting paid, what I'm getting paid, what kind of pool of money there is for NIL, what support there is from boosters, what I'm going to need for facilities, all of it. And I'm sure the facility element, a lot of it's in place. But he's giving them his list of demands and is saying it's all or nothing. We're either doing this or we're not. You let me know. So now the ball is back in UNC's court.
This feels like this is a massive step forward, though. Like the beginning of this, he's agreed to become the next head coach. Like, and I told you, like he studied this thing, and now you're starting to get the details of the manual specific to North Carolina. And if I'm one of the trustees, I'm scratching my head too. Like, why does he want to come here again? When's the last time we won 10 games and we're getting the most winningest head coach in NFL history? Probably the greatest coach to walk is going to come here to Chapel Hill with his people. Tell me again why. And into the modern day NIL, and I went back and listened to the McAfee thing last night. It's gonna be a modern day NFL thing. Like, he's not recruiting. I know that he's not going to recruit. He's not going to be on the road, and they're going to run it like a pro program. It's mini NFL. Is what he's doing.
I mean, you can call it that all you want, but
that's what he's
not. You're not running a pro program. You're running.
Oh, he's going to do it.
You're close though. You're running a college program, right, which has a lot more elements and expertise of a pro program, but it's not a pro program. It isn't. I'm sorry. Like, you can keep saying that because of NIL. It just isn't the way it's.
But it's hiring.
The top 10 guys on your roster are getting all kinds of NIL dough in most places. The 40th player is not. The 50th player is not. So it's not the same. It just isn't. It's different. And you've got a lot of different people that you've got to make happy, as evidenced by the fact that it's now to the board of trustees at UNC. And there are people in the group who are like, I don't like this idea. And it's not that you can just go in and impress in the interview and talk to an owner who's in charge of the thing and you've got a boss. No, now you've got like 14 different bosses.
He does.
The AD, the trustees, you got all these alumni you got to keep happy.
Well, boosters to me means NIL.
When the boosters come in and drop the millions of dollars on the program and then want their access to the meetings and to the locker room post game, like all of a sudden Bill's going to realize, well, a bunch of crap I got to deal with here that I don't deal with in the NFL.
A lot of people walking around, a lot of handshaking. Saturdays at college are a lot different than NFL Sundays. I give you that. Like, it's a lot of schmoozing.
Yes.
And everybody comes in, families, kids, mom and dad, grandma, grandpa, wants to see coach. Like, you got to make the time to do that, or else you feel like you're ostracated. Now, you know, the more and more you look at it, too, like for him to go there full-time, and then you're dealing with, like, a kid and maybe – what if he's dumb? And now all of a sudden you got a study problem where one of your best players is failing 2 classes. Now you become academically ineligible. You could just normally play those kids. Now you can't. So now he's juggling all this other stuff. School, study time, all that. Like, that's part of it. Can he go get a big quarterback? What's he got up his sleeve? I start thinking other stuff. Like, so he's researched this in the NIL part of it.
You can get a quarterback if you have NIL. You can get a quarterback. Yeah.
Bill will be coaching the team that's not even the most important team on the campus.
I mean, that part's true.
I mean,
and that's not going to change that.
That ain't the NFL, man.
Yeah.
No.
You're not even coaching UNC's important teams.
But that's why he's asking for these commitments, because clearly the football program is taking a backseat to basketball.
Like a feeder system to the NFL. Like, oh, wow. Like, wow, you really thought about this.
Like, if he brought this list of demands to Alabama today, they'd be like, oh, yeah, we're in.
I would imagine they already have it in place.
Like, oh, yeah, no. They look at the list. They might look at the list and be like, Bill, you're a little short on this one. We're gonna need more resources for this part. And you know what I mean?
Yes.
And this is not LSU. This is not Alabama. This is North Carolina.
What's his name?
Which is, I'm sorry, it's not
Dubois. What's
the
his
top
name?
levels.
Dubois down there, Dober.
Oh yeah, that took over at Alabama.
He's making $12 million a year. They must be scratching heads like, we can have Belichick in a year.
If he walked in the door today at Texas, they're like, yeah, sure, we're in. Yeah, we can.
Alabama can't finish in the top 12. Oh. They're kicking themselves in the ass down there.
We're going to know Belichick's salary if he takes this job.
So, hey, this is what. This is what's funny to me. If Bill doesn't get the job, it's not because he didn't want it. That can't be said now. If Bill doesn't get this job, it will be the second job that he's really gone for since leaving New England, and they didn't want him.
Pushed his chips into the middle. Yep. Oh, man.
The Falcons and UNC, not exactly the premier programs in the leagues they play in.
Yeah.
So now we wait.
TikTok.
Good thing Maz hedged big time on his tweet yesterday.
This is why you hedge.
This is a development. I guess he did report correctly. This is a development. We are seeing development.
This is new. This is new news. This is new. So this is why we hit it.
If this falls apart, does this do damage for him getting an NFL job?
I don't think so, but I think it just does. Like it contributes to how you view him right now.
Like
maybe not his.
If you're an NFL guy, you're thinking like, oh wow, he really does want to coach. Shoot, maybe we should have considered this.
But was really wanting to coach the question?
Yeah, I mean burnout. Yeah, I would factor in burnout, age. You know, the way the league is now, offensive guys. You know, that's kind of where guys are going. Vrabel's out, Pete's out, he's out. Pretty soon, Andy Reid's going to be out. Like Mike Tomlin's the only one left. Him and Harbaugh, with tenure. You mentioned guy up in Buffalo, like he's starting to get be one of the more tenured guys now. You know, he lasted through that first wave and built a pretty good program there.
Hey, if you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand right here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.